And big news coming in right now from the Asia Cup. India has registered a super win in the Super Force. India has won by 6 wickets and handed Pakistan another drubbing. Well, this was the second match between the rivals, the traditional rivals, India and Pakistan. And this time again, the match began with a handshake snub. But as the match proceeded, Pakistan put out a decent score. But then when India came to bat, you see how Abhishek Sharma put up a great show in Dubai, and Abhishek Sharma blasted 74 runs off just 39 balls. Amazing performance there, and India has won with 6 wickets. And once again, another defeat there for Pakistan in Asia Cup 2025. Now, this was the Super 4 stage of the tournament, and Shubman Gill and Abhishek Sharma performed extremely well in the beginning together. They added 100 runs in just 8.4 overs for the opening partnership. And joining us live now from Dubai is Nikhil Naz. Nikhil, amazing performance there by the opening batsman.
Well, that's right, Anjali, if I hear you correctly, because I can very faintly hear you at the moment. The audio levels are not very high, so in terms of what you're saying, I could barely hear you, but I did get the gist of it, that we were talking about how comfortably India has won this game, and that's correct. You know, when Pakistan got 171, it was a big difference to how much they had scored in that first game. It was 127 that they had managed. So, you know, here you're looking at score almost about 50 runs more than what they had managed in that previous encounter. So yes, even the staunchest of Indian supporter would have been slightly, not too worried, because you know the quality of this Indian team, but you know, slightly careful about where this match might pan out, and still a bit doubtful as to whether India can pull off another victory over Pakistan in this tournament. But the way this Indian team has batted, they completely dominated. It was once again, I'd have to say, a one-sided encounter, even though Pakistan did manage a very healthy 171. And I think what this really tells you overall, if I had to sum up, that there is a huge difference in class between the two teams. Now, just take a look at India's performance. Many things that could go wrong went wrong for them. Their strike bowler, their #1 match winner, Jasprit Bumrah, had an off day. Kuldeep Yadav had an off day. They had an awful fielding display today, and yet they've won with plenty to spare in the tank, with Abhishek Sharma headlining with the highest score. Sunny Gavaskar now joins us live on the program. Saibhai, 171, when we looked at it in the mid-innings, we thought it was quite a competitive total. But then one forgot how good this Indian batting lineup is. No total really is that challenging. Would you say that even this one, which looked a very healthy total that Pakistan had put, that India won on a canter?
Yes, and that's only because they got off to a very good start. I kept talking about, the power play, and India won that power play convincingly with the opening partnership between Abhishek and Shubman Gill, because they just took the game away from Pakistan. If Pakistan had got a wicket or two in that first 6 overs, it would have been tough going for India. I'm not saying India wouldn't have got there, but the ease with which they got, they could afford to lose 2-3 wickets. They could afford to lose Surya Kumar Yadav, their captain, for a duck, and yet end up winning with more than an over to spare. It just tells you how when you have depth in batting like you have, and that's thanks to the all-rounders. Shivam Dubey is an all-rounder, Hardik Pandya is an all-rounder, Akshar Patel is an all-rounder. It gives the captain so many options, both in batting and bowling, to float the batting order up and down as well.
Saibhai, I mean, just looking at it from India's point of view, you mentioned about Surya Kumar Yadav getting out very cheaply. I think India's biggest match winner, without doubt, in the recent past has been Jasprit Bumrah. He had a very rare off day. Kuldeep Yadav is that other one who is a big match winner. He showed it to you in the previous 2 wins that India had in the group stages. He was your #1 performer. He had an off day. India's fielding, which has always been top-notch, was well below par today. Everything that could go wrong for them while fielding went wrong, and yet they won. What does this really signify? Is there a huge gulf in the talent, in the skill levels, in the class of the two teams at the moment?
Uh, no, I think it's a temperament. I mean, these players are super confident. They have tremendous confidence in their ability. They have tremendous confidence in their teammates to pull off the impossible, and that is what helps any team to beat the odds. And that is what this team did, despite dropping 4 catches, which could have actually cost them maybe another 20, 30 runs. The way they came back after the halftime and bowled those overs, because at halftime Pakistan were 90, 91 for just 1 wicket down. And it looked as if they could possibly, with 1 wicket down, 9 wickets, and in the next 10 overs, score anywhere between 100, 120 and take the score to maybe 200 and make the difference 200 plus. But that didn't happen because they bowled well those 3, 4 overs after that. Yes, the last 3 overs went for a few, but that is what you normally expect. And the last 3 overs will be hammered for a few runs. That is what you normally expect.
Saiva, let's talk about Abhishek Sharma. We've seen him now play for India. We've seen him play in the IPL. We know what we're going to get from him. Now, is it fair to say, see, again, he'll have some days where he'll fail, some days where he'll be outstanding. But is it fair to say that the day he's on song, no matter what the total, India team is chasing it down with Abhishek Sharma in their ranks, if it's his day?
The day he's on song, the India team is not only going on to win, they're going to dance to a win. Because when somebody's singing, you have to dance, no? So the others will dance to a win. And the crowd will also be dancing in the stands with the display of batsmanship that we see. Today, both these Punjab guys, what a display of batting. It was just incredible. The way they made it look, I mean, the attack was a pretty decent attack from Pakistan, but they made it look very, very simple. I mean, batting was looking very good. The way they were playing shots off the front foot, off the back foot, everything. And the way Abhishek anticipated that having hit Shahid Afridi for a 4 off the front foot in their previous encounter, that the first ball would be a short ball. Sometimes, mentally you have to outthink the bowler. And he anticipated it so well that also tells you that this young man has got a good cricketing head on his shoulders.